Thank you, Matt. Welcome to the Talk Tonight. It was back in the beginning of June. Over the summer, Syracuse Common Councilor Pat Hogan stood outside the now closed Fire Station number 7 on East Fayette Street to announce that he would run for mayor. First, though, he'd have to take on the sitting mayor in his own party. That launched a summer-long primary campaign that you've been hearing about. And the announcement location in all of this really was key. Hogan did not support the mayor's decision to close that fire station to save some estimated $1.6 million a year. Councilor and candidate Pat Hogan is my special guest for the Talk tonight, ahead of the primary vote, which is a week from today. Thank you, sir, for coming in.
Thanks, Mike.
Appreciate it. I want to start with something that I woke up to today, and that was the decision by the editorial board of the newspaper to endorse Stephanie Miner, the sitting mayor in this primary. I have a feeling that you take issue with a whole lot, and I have to bring it up on the iPad, because one thing that the editorial board was saying was that the leadership that the mayor has shown has made the fiscal plight of cities, and not just our city, part of a national conversation. I know that there's plenty in here that you take issue with, so let me ask you, where did the editorial board get it wrong?
Well, first of all, it's sort of unprecedented. I've been around a long time, and I can't remember the editorial board without interviews of candidates coming out in a primary and endorsing a candidate in the whole history of the editorial board of the Syracuse newspapers. I wasn't, you know, they've been predictably biased towards the mayor for the first term, her whole first term. I mean, many times us city councilors have trudged over there with our, you know, our arguments, and we've been rebuffed almost every single time in every issue with the mayor. So basically, this was not unexpected.
So what's your argument to it? Why you and not either Stephanie Miner or Alfonso Davis, who's also in the race?
Well, I put together substantive arguments for my candidacy in the form of policy statements, 7 of them, dealing with all issues that are challenges, our upcoming challenges.
We've covered many of them. You talked about education.
Right, exactly. Education, jobs and consolidation, public safety. That was totally ignored. And you know, when people want solutions, you know, those policy statements cover them. And I don't see any solutions coming out of City Hall. I hear the continuing rattle of a tin cup asking for more money from Albany. And obviously, Albany doesn't have the money.
It has been open speculation. We've talked about it here before in this segment when Matt Mulcahy is normally sitting in that chair. If Pat Hogan were to lose this Democratic primary, will the Republicans turn around, scoop him up, and run him as their guy? I want to know, why are you a Democrat? What makes you a Democrat?
Well, I grew up in the Democratic Party. My father was a Democrat. You know, Franklin Roosevelt was a big hero. There was 2 pictures in our house, political pictures, one of Franklin Roosevelt, one of Jack Kennedy. You know, a party that represented the working class neighborhoods of this nation, that rebuilt this country after the Depression and World War II. That was a party I grew up in.
To the issue that sort of brought up that question, will something happen with you and the Republican Party if next Tuesday doesn't go your way?
Well, the thing is, it's like there's been a lot of speculation out there, mostly driven by the media, a lot by City Hall and the hierarchy of the Democratic Party. But in reality, I haven't talked to Mr. Dady in a long time, over 2 months probably. And when I did talk to Mr. Dady, it was about city issues he was complaining about.
Okay.
There hasn't been any kind of communication between us. So I don't know how they get there, the people who speculate how they get there.
Okay, and I'm just wondering if you're entertaining it.
Well, I'm not going to speculate on speculation. You know, I mean, it's something, you know, if a lot of people ask me.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it. I got the answer in there. I want to go back to the iPad, because what you've been doing over the last several weeks is going to every ward of the city, and you've been posting the pictures on Facebook of the people you meet. As we scroll through some of these, I want to know, what's the story? What's the narrative when you're out there one-on-one? It's not being filtered through any reporter. It's not being filtered through any website. It's you and a voter. What's the narrative of the city right now?
Well, you know what, Michael, you know, I've knocked on over 2,500 doors, and we've done this 19 wards thing as a sort of a go-around back to the same wards and same neighborhoods we visited before. And we go out and I talk personally to people. First of all, people are stunned that a mayoral candidate's talking to them one-on-one. And then, you know, a lot of the neighborhoods, people are passionately committed to their neighborhoods, but many of them are apprehensive about their neighborhoods, particularly about quality of life issues in their neighborhoods, and crime and safety, including crime and safety, and the schools. So, I mean, it's been so effective as far as like sort of reinvigorating my belief that we need a great change in the city. And I think we need open and transparent government. You know, the former mayor who I really, from Rome, Carl Eilenberg, in fact, he was the announcer at the Carrier Dome, he used to take a clipboard when he was mayor of Rome and just walk up a street and talk to people. And when I'm mayor, I'm going to do that.
Pat Hogan, good luck next Tuesday. Michael. We really appreciate it. This is The Talk Tonight on CBS 5, and our special guest lineup continues later this week. Tomorrow, Mayor Stephanie Miner explains why she should keep her job. Then on Thursday, candidate Alfonso Davis is here. We'll be right back.